Good morning, everyone. My name is Giancarlo. I'm the Digital Sales Manager for EC Hispanic Media, and I'm really happy to be here with you once again. I want to thank PHFE WIC and the Lunquist Institiue WIC program for letting me be part of this virtual event. Today, we have some really exciting news to share with you. Thanks to the American Rescue Plan Act of 2021, now every WIC recipient, 12 months and older, we get $35 for fruits and veggies from June through September of 2021. I'm going to show you a quick video prepared by the PHFE team, and then my friend Kiran Saluja, Executive Director of PHFE WIC program, will talk to us about this new initiative. So give me 1 second and I'm going to show you this video.
Hi, this is Belen from the WIC program. I'm so excited to announce that the WIC benefits are going up for the summer. From June to September, each WIC participant will receive $35 to spend on fruits and vegetables. This is more than double the usual amounts. This means that a family on WIC with a pregnancy and 2 kids over 12 months old would get $105 monthly. And this is in addition to all the other foods WIC provides each month. The best part for families who are already on the WIC program is that they don't have to do anything to get this increase. From June through September, the added dollar amount for fruits and vegetables will appear in your WIC card balance. It's important to know that this is a temporary increase just for the summer. It's a result of the American Rescue Plan Act that was signed by the President in March. We know that this increase is something that parents have been asking for, so we really hope that this increase becomes permanent. For that to happen, we need everyone to spend this benefit when they get it. We hear sometimes that people don't want to apply for WIC or spend their WIC benefits because they feel like they're taking it away from other families. I want to let you know that this is not how it works. If you're pregnant or have kids under 5 and your income qualifies you for WIC, please sign up and get these healthy food benefits and spend your full balance every single month. This is the best thing you can do to make sure that this program stays funded and available for other families that are counting on it. For anyone who's not signed up for WIC, there has never been a better time to sign up. You don't need to show up at a WIC office. We can enroll you completely by phone and mail the WIC card to you. If you live in Los Angeles County, Orange County, or San Bernardino County, you can apply for WIC by texting the word APPLY to 91997. If you live in another area in California or any other state, the website is signupwic.com.
Well, that was a beautiful video. Thank you so much, Belen. She did an awesome job.
True, and guess what, folks? That's it. We thought we would just bring you in and give you the details, and now we're going to give you 45 minutes back, right?
No. Wait.
Don't go.
Wait. Now, Kiran is going to share with us an awesome presentation that she has prepared about this initiative. Kiran, I'm going to turn the floor to you because I know that you have an incredible presentation that you prepared for all of us.
Somebody mentioned that their screen is black, so they can't see anything. So I think it must be at their end. And I'm going to share now.
Are there more people that are experiencing that, or is it just that one user?
I just saw one comment. Okay.
I can see. So everybody can see it. I'm going to go on mute, Kiran.
Okay.
Okay, I think it looks good. So take it away, my friend.
All right. Well, good morning again. For those of you who had to suffer the chit chat that we were doing, kind of sort of apologies, but if you know me, you know I'm a talker. So I am just delighted to be here and have this time with you to tell you what you already know, but to sort of reinforce it in a slightly different way. Because seriously, guys, this is our opportunity. The message is simple. Get it, spend it, Keep it. And the keep it part is what makes me most excited to speak to you all about it, because you're the advocates who can help spread the word. Some of you might be WIC participants. I don't know that. But I do know that all of you have a voice in the community to spread this word, that it's not just about getting it, it's about spending it, and then it's about keeping this. It's a policy change that we can all enforce. All of you can help these families out there who can connect to WIC. What a great, fabulous gift in the summer to get this wonderful extra $35 to spend on fresh fruits and vegetables. Belen did such a lovely job. I hope you like the video. It's available for all of you. You can play it in your spaces. You can play it anywhere. And then the best part of it is that all those adorable kids you saw in there, they're all kids of our PHFE WIC family, including that little one in the end who's surrounded by fruits and vegetables. One of our nutritionists, Angie, had a baby and just took that and sent it to us. So we keep it in the family. So let me go on and kind of talk a little bit more about, again, you already heard this, more than triple the fruits and vegetables this summer, unprecedented. Typically, a pregnant woman got $11 worth of fresh fruits and vegetables, and a child over one got $9. And now each one would get $35. Wow, this is truly manna from heaven. So extra fruits and vegetables for the summer. And really, there is no time like now to be on the WIC program. It is the best time to be a WIC participant. There's a WIC card. We'll talk about that in just a minute. I'm sure you all heard about it. There's an amazing WIC app, which has been redone and is reinvigorated as of the middle of May. It is just incredible. Of course, the increased benefits, which we'll keep hammering. You've got to say it about 40 times, right? Our remote appointments continue. So we are meeting families where they are. They have choices of how they can connect to us. They can do it at the convenience of their homes. And WIChealth.org, I'm going to tell you about that. It is an incredible, incredible resource exclusively for WIC families. Stay tuned. And of course, WIC always is your connector. I think Malcolm Gladwell has got people in different pieces, and we are the connectors. We connect people to resources of all sorts. So let's dive in. The pandemic has really been bad, and it's interesting. I'm coming to speak to you today on the day that California is actually reopening, and it's reopening with gusto. The last 15 months have just been so horrific. But today, more than 72% of Californians have had at least one dose of the vaccine, and California's vaccination rates are among the highest in the nation. The number of deaths are down. We basically know so much about the virus. We know how to avoid it. But as we look back, we can't get over the sadness, the grief, the tragedies, the illness, the deaths. And in the WIC program, our family suffered along with all of you. Our WIC family suffered along with all of you. And in spite of all of that, there were some amazing silver linings. And the silver linings are what caused WIC just to do better and to thrive and to really be able to help families. Fortuitously, in Southern California, March 2020 was when we went to the EBT type card, which we call a WIC card. So after this, I'm never going to call it the EBT card. It is a WIC card. It's like that, but it's very different. Look how beautiful that looks. Isn't that just a great design? Benefits can be added remotely. Then, with the public health emergency declaration nationwide, USDA, bravo, basically announced some very wonderful special waivers, which allowed WIC staff to serve families remotely. And the stay safe at home message really resonated. We could do phone appointments, we could do video appointments. It was approved for us to do certifications and new enrollments through this method. And we could serve families while they stayed safe at home. And our staff stayed safe on site and later on in their own homes. And WIC was more accessible than ever at a time when so many new families found themselves without a job suddenly overnight and desperate for basic resources. Michael Flood from the LA Regional Food Bank coined this term that I have plagiarized ruthlessly, he used to call them families that are new to need. And there were so many families new to need. I personally talked to people who had such good jobs. They had, 403Bs, and then suddenly they were laid off because there was no travel happening. There was no office jobs. The restaurants closed down. And sometimes these families would say, I don't even know where to look. And they would turn to WIC and they would say, wow, WIC is the one program that reached back to me immediately and made me feel so good about what I was doing. Nobody knows about WIC. How is that even possible? And we said, well, a lot of people know about WIC, but we're really glad that we're there to serve you now. So as we looked on, this other silver lining, this brand new American Rescue Plan of 2021, which was signed into law by President Biden on March 11, essentially of the almost $2 trillion, about 800 million and more were given to WIC nationally for various things, but $490 million of that money was exclusively to go to WIC families to increase the fruit and vegetable benefit from June to September 2021. Throughout the country, every WIC program, every child over one, and every woman who's participating in the program will get this benefit for these 4 months. Great timing and great need. Because as you and I both know, when there's food insecurity, and there was just a recent study out of USC in LA County that reiterated that when there's food insecurity, families go for the foods that they can afford so that the whole family can eat. And fruits and vegetables don't come in that category. So in fact, during the food insecurity, during the pandemic, that's what really suffered. So what a great thing that WIC can come in to close this gap at this time and provide this wonderful benefit. And some of that money, I mentioned it was over 800 million, out of which about 500 million is for the fruits and vegetables. The rest of it is going to be looking at improving the WIC shopping experience. That's going to take a little more time, but there's great work happening on it. How can WIC really do online shopping? Probably in about 18 months or so, but they're working on it. Now, many of you know this. I see many friends on this, some of your service providers. So you already know this, but for those who don't, let me spend a few minutes and talk a little bit about how families can stay safe at home and how we provide remote services. So what we do is we connect with families via phone and text. Like you and me, texting is something that we are all, I think it's the other epidemic of texting. We're always on our phones. We're constantly on text, and our families respond beautifully. We do interactive texting with them. We now have been conducting since March 17th of last year, nutrition assessments and doing nutrition education over the phone. We can send text links with handouts. Our families can send us information back that verifies all the information that WIC needs to certify them. We can do video chat now. And of course, this online education that I'm honestly telling you is like the very best thing in the world, which I'll tell you more about. So on the phone, as we talk to families, we can assess for food insecurity and any other needs. Is it housing? Is it rent forgiveness? Is it immigration? Is there domestic violence? Do you need a referral for a food bank? Whatever it is, we are able to provide the referrals as easy links. And we have hundreds of these links. And then the best part at the end of all of this, we can load the food benefits on the WIC card. And voila, the family can go shopping right away. The most important thing our WIC staff does, though, is not even the nutrition assessment and loading of the food benefit. Our WIC staff is there to provide a listening ear, empathy, and boundless support. And that's the one thing that I have found is just amazingly similar, no matter which WIC program you go to, no matter which state you go to. People who work in WIC, their DNA is a little bit different. They're just wired differently. They are just kind people. Their customer service is really good. Because honestly, if you don't love the fact that you can help people, you don't last in the WIC program. True confession, I've been here for 36 years. So there's got to be a reason, right? And I'm in love with the program as much today as I was the day I walked in '84. So don't do the math, it may be a little bit more. Everything is remote. Everything we do is remote. Now, this is the texting I was telling you about. Your friendly WIC counselors are a text away. So We send a message to a family saying, we missed you at your phone appointment yesterday. Please text 1 to reschedule. Can it be simpler? Oh no, we get a 1 back and we say, thank you. What day and time works for you? And our family says, I'm available right now. And guess what? We say, great. My name is Liz. I'm going to call you the next 2 minutes from a 626 number. I'll talk to you soon. Important to let them know where you're calling from, because if you're like me, I don't answer the phone if I don't recognize it. In fact, my phone doesn't even ring if it doesn't recognize a number, which is interesting. So meet Liz. Now, I want you to look at her face. Her face is covered with a mask, but can you see her eyes? I think it's a trademark word term. It's called a smize. You see, she's smizing, and she is just so cheerful, even though you can't see her face. And here's another one, somebody who wrote to us, and this is very recent. Hey, Vic, can you please change my milk to lactate? Done. It's a stroke. I got it. And when we get this text, of course, we get all the other information about them in the background. We know what their Vic ID number is. We know the name because of our texting platform. And then a friendly reminder. Remember to spend your benefits before they expire on the 30th. Have a great day. And then the participant is surprised and says, wow, that was fast. Thanks. We have this happening in real time. All of our 500 plus staff is tuned into interactive texting, and they're on the messages. I hope you like that little piece about dad jokes. Welcome with Rick. You might, again, many of you know this, but if you didn't know this, and let's just review it one more time, because this is the time to get everyone into the WIC program. Who do we serve? Well, it's pregnant and breastfeeding parents up to the infant's first birthday. It is postpartum, non-breastfeeding parents up to 6 months after giving birth. And sadly, for those who experience a pregnancy loss, it's heartbreaking, but they can get WIC support and WIC empathy and WIC benefits for 6 months, because a mother's womb has to heal, and the foods are very critical to prepare her for her next pregnancy. Infants and children up to the child's 5th birthday, and all foster children under 5 years of age. We love to have dads in there, step parents, grandparents, caretakers. They're all welcome to sign up and participate in WIC with their eligible children. Now, what about income? This is a question I get asked a lot. So I'm going to show you it's like a family of 2, 3, and 4, but on our website, you have all the details of bigger families and larger sizes. So a pregnant woman is considered a family of 2, and I wonder if that was known to everybody. So there's a little thing for you right there. And don't take notes on this. This PowerPoint will be made available. I'm going to share our website where you have so much more information. Families that are on CalFresh or CalWorks, which is TANF still in our minds, or Medi-Cal, they're automatically eligible. So any of you who are working with families who get CalFresh or Medi-Cal or TANF, they can just walk right in. It's called adjunctive eligibility. We are just exactly ready to welcome them immediately. And many working families qualify. In fact, I don't know if you knew this, but 1 out of every 2 babies born in the US qualifies for the WIC program. And that has been true for a very long time. And in fact, 1 out of 2 babies participates in the WIC program. And then here's a shocking fact that I want to share with you. There are over 40,000 families in just LA County. And I know we have friends in Orange County who are on, and Riverside, but I'm going to share LA County data with you. They qualify for WIC, but they don't receive the benefits. Now, what's going on here? Let's fix this, because you know what? I need you to help WIC close this gap, especially now. And how do we know about these families? It's because they're on CalFresh or they're on Medi-Cal, but they're not on the WIC program. Now, you might wonder, well, just reach out to them, WIC. Well, there's this interesting thing in California called data privacy. So Medi-Cal can't tell me who those people are. They can just show me a big map with big blotches all over, and I'm supposed to go find the people. So you know what? I'm coming to you. You're going to help us find the people. Thank you for that in advance. So what does WIC really do? You know about the services, but let's look at them again. We are the nutrition experts at your service. We have video appointments now. We have classes also that are done on video, and you get access to registered dietitians and nutritional professionals. Before you came on, Giancarlo was just telling me about how he went to see a nutritionist. And I said, I bet you paid good money for that. You know what? In WIC, there is no money ever exchanged. WIC is all about love, caring, healthy eating, and wonderful advice. This is such a great opportunity that we can now also video chat with families. And so we will call them and say, would you like to come on video? Sometimes they're shy and they don't, but sometimes they do. And they're like, wow, this is even better than being in your office. I could be in my own home or at work. And I feel like, we're having coffee together. And we do this at initial enrollment. We do it every 6 months and more often for their high-risk individuals. And anytime you have a question, we're available for you. Now, the every 6 months is sort of our set in stone approach to what we call anticipatory guidance. So we talk to you when your baby is born, and we do lots of breastfeeding help. And then we may talk to you a whole lot in the first couple of weeks. And when breastfeeding gets off to a good start, we talk to you around 6 months, because that's the time you're thinking about adding solids, what should I do with breastfeeding, how do I introduce a cup. All that is anticipatory guidance for the next 6 months. And then again at 12 months, where we talk to you about introducing fresh milk, it should be whole milk, and all the different things about how these children need to start really eating the family's diet and what should be happening with their growth. So we do thorough assessments. And I can tell you the counseling is amazing. I keep teasing you with wicchealth.org. Hang on, I'm going to get to it in just a little bit. And then video group education. We have Zoom, and we also have another platform called Doxy. And not only are we doing video group education, but let me go back real quick. We're now doing breastfeeding support groups in all different languages every single month. And we've been doing that since June of last year. Talk more about that in just a minute. We have resources for nutrition, pregnancy, child development, and so much more. So now take a look at these. You might think, is this out of Parents Magazine? No, these are WIC handouts. We have, in the state of California, I'm so proud of the state WIC department. We have these incredible handouts that they have developed over time. Not only do they look gorgeous, they have fabulous information in them. And I'm just showing you a couple of them, but we have them. We have so many handouts, and we're able to link in a little text message, and you'll be able to open it up right away on your phone. Or you can go on our website and you can be looking at these anytime. These are available for everybody, by the way. And the WIC nutritionist is so happy to answer your questions. Just text us. And here's an example. A mom wrote to us and said, hey, WIC, can I give my toddler fish? Good question, isn't it? And guess what? That's what WIC said. Great question. Yeah, fish is nutritious, and most of them are safe for kids to eat. And here's some more information on how you can choose safe fish options for kids. And we send them this link, they open it up, and then the mom says, this is so informative. Thank you. Would you all like a friend like WIC? I know you would. Now, here we go. This is the teaser I've been doing all this time. Our WIC families have exclusive access to wicchealth.org. And just in my program, currently, we are at about 40,000 families using wicchealth.org. Now, this is a benefit that is available everywhere. So my friend Heidi Kent from Lunquist, who's our co-sponsor for this webinar, they have a whole population on wicchealth.org. And altogether, if you looked at all of California, I bet you we've got at least a couple of 100,000, if not more people who use this wonderful resource. So what is this? It is a hidden gem. This is exclusive to WIC participants. And there are recipes galore that you can go into that our families will tell us about. Like, wow, that was an amazing lesson plan you sent me to, and I hooked up to so many recipes. We have e-lessons on a huge variety of topics for every parent. And once you get into this, you can just go choose. So if you're a WIC participant and you don't know about this, ask us. And for all the WIC advocates out there, when you tell families to go join WIC, tell them to be sure to ask about online education, because that's where you have all these wonderful topics. I'm going to give you a few tips for picky eating. Who doesn't need that? If you're a parent, you know that's important. And then 2 minutes, 2 times a day for healthy smiles, because dental care is very important. And it's a whole lesson on how somebody can really work with their children. As soon as the baby teeth come out, you got to start working with those. And then be healthy with veggies and fruits. Look at that little girl with her fingers with raspberries. My little granddaughters actually did that and sent me a picture, but my daughter doesn't want me to put them on social media. Darn, otherwise I would have them on too. So what else do we do? It's our breastfeeding services and support that is unmatchable, seriously. There are lactation consultants in WIC programs. There are breastfeeding peer counselors and breastfeeding professionals. The education we do for breastfeeding is provided on the phone, just like the way we support families. It can be via text messages, and web links and video chats are very important, we're finding, especially in the early days when mom needs help with latching, when dad's next to mom and saying, tell me, I can put a pillow under her, and we tell her how to just position that baby right. And she goes, oh, that's so good, that doesn't hurt. So very important for video chat for breastfeeding support. And we do this at enrollment, throughout pregnancy, in the early newborn period, and throughout the first year, breastfeeding support continues. And again, in wicchealth.org, online ed, we have a plethora of lessons about early baby behavior. Why does my baby cry? How much should my baby sleep? Is my baby crying because he's hungry? Breastfeeding moms need to know this. Breastfeeding families need to have this information, and it's all at your fingertips. And these support circles I mentioned earlier that started last year in June, English, Chinese, Vietnamese, Korean, Armenian, Russian. God, what am I missing? I know I'm missing something. Arabic? Yeah, we do it all. Because we have staff who are multilingual, multi-ethnic, and multi-big-hearted. So join us. What are you waiting for? In our breastfeeding services and support, of course, we also do breast pumps. We give out these wonderful Lactina breast pumps. We have single-user pumps that people can keep, and these are either mailed or they're picked up at the WIC site. In fact, I have something funny to share with you. We actually send all of our pumps via FedEx because we want them to get to moms really quickly. And I started looking at my FedEx bills in the beginning, and I used to like, oh my goodness, what are we doing? And it was a big FedEx bill, but it was so worth it because when moms got these pumps, they would write to us and say, it came so fast, thank you. And we have continued to do that. And we also have contactless delivery at some of our WIC sites. And I know Heidi's program does the same thing, as do other WIC programs throughout LA County. So moms who are breastfeeding are very worried in the beginning, as they, as moms are, about, is my baby getting enough? Is my baby gaining weight? And getting to the doctor, especially during the pandemic, was really worrisome. They were going, but maybe not just to get a weight scale though, get a weighing done. So we started doing this. We started sending these infant scales to breastfeeding moms. Again, they could be mailed or picked up at the WIC site. And these are loaners that will get returned to us as the baby gets older. Also, these breastfeeding consults with lactation consultants, via FaceTime and video. We talked about nutrition consults, but if any one of you is breastfeeding, is wanting to breastfeed, has a friend who's breastfeeding, is a partner of someone who's breastfeeding, you know that in the beginning, man, you want to reach out to a lactation consultant. You want to know, hey, what can I do? Is this normal? We've got them. And it costs you nothing. Come on, WIC families, join us. And then in July, we are going to start doing in-person consults, but by appointment only. And so families can reach out to us and we will reach out to them so they can come in and see a lactation consultant. So as we move along, this is something else that we do that I hope you know, and I kind of talked about the connector and Malcolm Gladwell earlier. This is it. We connect families to referrals, to resources, and to support. It's CalFresh, it's DPSS, it's mental health, housing, 211. Our staff is not just empathetic, they are so knowledgeable. And they assess every family situation and they provide additional referrals. And these are constantly getting updated. I mentioned Michael Flood to you in the beginning, the executive director of the LA Regional Food Bank. Monday or Tuesday, we always get an email from him saying, this is where the food drives are happening this week. Immediately, we prepare these text messages for families in that area, and we are able to send out links. So our resources are fresh, and we keep them refreshed. rent relief, mental health, community food diaper distribution events, Medi-Cal, all of this is so critical today. Families, as I said, the new to need families who were so desperate. Where do I go? How do I get it? Rent relief was something we had to do for every single family. The fact that this was happening, pandemic EBT, we shared the information about that. We are there for our families to help them link to resources. And we offer them via text, on the phone, and with web links. Now, you might be saying, okay, so I'm an advocate. Gee, thanks a lot. WIC sounds like it's the very best thing, but I don't qualify. Well, don't worry about it, because you know what? You can use our WIC resources because we have a very wonderful presence on the net. Our website is a treasure trove of information and resources, and we want you to check out the Learn and Grow tab and the Family Resources section. Now, don't do it right now. Stay with me. I have a little bit more content, but put this in. www.phfewic.org. You just look for PHFE and you'll find it. And this is just a little glimpse of what our website looks like. And you have access to all of this. And this is the baby that I told you about. This is Angie Ramos's little baby. And here she is talking about the wonderful WIC food package. So when people think about WIC, they think about food, but I really wanted to set the framework again. The WIC services, the nutrition education, the breastfeeding support, the resources, the online ed, the remote services, the video links, the support groups, that is what is the real bang for the WIC buck. But the food is so critical and important in pregnancy and in early childhood, which are critical periods of growth and development. Nutrition really matters. It helps with healthy pregnancies, it helps with healthy babies, and WIC foods are prescriptive. They are specifically selected, scientifically selected, to provide key nutrients like vitamin C, iron, folic acid, calcium, protein, during this time that we call the vulnerable time, when good nutrition is most important. And WIC foods are all healthy foods. So if you heard me talk to Giancarlo earlier, I kind of said to him, just eat like WIC. If you're in a cereal aisle and you have 500 cereals looking at you, I'm like, what am I going to get for my family? Look for the WIC label. Healthiest ever is that particular cereal. It's the same thing in the other aisles, whether you're shopping for bread or whole grains, look for the WIC label, even milk. It's the low-fat kind, guys. Can't kid you there. Eating WIC foods regularly really leads to a lifetime of good food choices. I mentioned to you earlier that 1 out of 2 babies was on the WIC program, and WIC is over 44 years old. So when I'm out and about, even when we're hiring staff, even in legislators' offices, or when I'm going out, sometimes just on a visit with WIC to another agency, people will come up to me and say, you know what, I was a WIC baby. I was a WIC baby. And I'm like, what do you remember about WIC? And those who were there a long time ago will say, there was that pyramid. That was a long time ago, but there was a pyramid that taught you how to eat. We got rid of that. We now have my plate. And others would say, I still eat those healthy cereals that my mom used to buy. And others would say, I think I developed my love for broccoli because I was on the WIC program as a baby. And like, darn straight, that's right. So eating WIC foods regularly leads to a lifetime of good food choices. And if you're ever looking for a healthy option, I'm repeating myself, look for the WIC food tag. I mentioned the WIC app was redesigned. It was amazing on steroids. It's such a fabulous app, just released May the 5th, version 2. It is updated. It makes shopping so much easier. So that's sort of what it looks like. And in the phone, you can take a look immediately at what the current benefits are. I'm showing you something fairly recent. This particular participant's benefits, the start date was 5/30/2021, and they have a month to use their benefits. So they will get done by 6/29. And at this point, you'll notice they had everything on their food package. If you look in the fruits and vegetables section, which is the second row on the very right-hand side, it actually still says $9 because this benefit was for the May month. And they can use all of these. You can also look at your future benefits. This benefit started June the 30th. And in this particular family's case, because their June benefits were June 30th, you'll notice that the $35 is right over there. So a family can see exactly what they have. And as they use their benefits, that particular food will go away from there and it'll say, there's nothing left in this particular section. So they can keep tabs of what's happening. What about some other features? You have appointment reminders. It's in your phone, the date and time of your appointment. How much food is left? I mentioned that to you. You can look at your available food and balances. At the WIC store, you can actually scan an item and check to see if it's WIC approved. One of the things that just happened as of June 1, during the pandemic, USDA had given us something called an expanded food list. Because you remember those shortage times when you couldn't buy milk? It was pretty scary. But there were many choices in the expanded food list. There were some extra organic options added, different types of milks. Well, that stopped as of 6/1. So the one thing as advocates, you can help us spread the word is when in doubt, scan the food. You've got it, just hold your phone up and it'll tell you if the WIC food is approved or not approved. It also tells you about WIC office locations. So that would be good when we reopen, right? And it also tells you about WIC approved grocery stores, of which there are thousands. And this is sort of little, schemata of what it looks like. The actual homepage. This is about WIC locations and grocery locations. And this is a mom scanning a WIC food with her app to see if it's WIC acceptable. And of course, I said we were going to say this 1,000 times, or at least I said 17 times. I should increase to fresh fruits and vegetables available June. Started right away. Look at that. Now, I want you to look at the shopping cart, guys, and quickly count and tell me how many different kinds of fruits and vegetables do you see? Do you see the celery? Do you see the cauliflower? Do you see the cherries? The red cabbage? I think I counted last night. There were like 14 different things. People are so creative with fruits and vegetables. We can be creative too, right? All we got to do is eat them. Let's grab them and eat them. Look at these beautiful kids. You think they love fruits and vegetables when they grow up? You bet they will. And again, there are babies, the WIC program babies.
I think Bertha's right. I think there were 18.
Okay, there's 18. Hey,
Yeah,
awesome.
good job, Bertha. I think
Well
there were
done.
18.
And now here's the policy piece. Here's where every single advocate and every single WIC family comes in. Our WIC families can be advocates for change. We can make this permanent. You can make this permanent. Our WIC moms and dads and babies can help make this permanent. And how? Spend your benefits. It's so simple. That's it. Spend every last cent of your fruits and vegetable benefit. Actually, spend all your benefits every month. We do hear this from families. I don't need it so much to let another family use it. No, you use your benefits. There's plenty of money in the food budget for WIC. Use your benefits, all of them, every single month. And that proves to Congress that this program is worth keeping. And for everybody, any event that you have with a congressperson, you're calling about your loved program, just let them know. And oh, by the way, about WIC, those fruits and vegetables, oh my God, they are amazing. Can we just make sure they're permanent? Don't take it away. We've got to keep saying that. Congress is going to be voting on the federal budget soon. President Biden, in his 2021-22 budget, which will start in October, has actually put in a specific ask to continue this fruit and vegetable benefit for one more year. What we hope will happen in that year is that there will be child nutrition reauthorization, and Congress will look at the WIC food package with USDA, and we will get a huge bump because everybody knows we need to really increase the food benefit in the WIC program and keep this fruit and vegetable increase. So we need this 1 year. We need it not to stop, and you've got to help us get there. Everybody, tell all your families who are on WIC, have you spent it? Ask them that question. Have you spent your WIC benefits? Show me your app if they can show it to you. Make sure you use every dime because that's what's going to send a message to our lawmakers. So get it, spend it, and then we'll be able to keep it. Now, we really can't wait to see you in person, and that's really the fact. But we also can't wait to see you virtually. And today, I guarantee you this, that once you apply, which is as simple as going on a website and hitting apply, or I'm going to show you that in just a minute, we connect with you right away, and you can get your food benefits literally just within a few days. This is the best time to get on the program. When you are joining WIC for the first time, or if you're coming back to WIC if you weren't active for some reason, or you want to tell a friend about the WIC program, spread the word in your community. This is the best time, as I said. In-person appointments are going to be very limited. I want to be very frank about that. We're not quite sure when we're going to start the in-person appointments, but when we do, we'll be sending special invites to families to come right in. And we want to welcome them all to the new WIC program. So these special invites will go out and families will come in. Now, here's another question I get often. Well, I got PEBT for my kids. I'm on CalFresh. I don't know. Do I need WIC? Here's my advice. You not just need it, you deserve it, and you should use it, because every family should participate in every program they're eligible for, which is why I'm reaching out to you, the WIC Advocate Group, because you are working with CalFresh, you're working in CalWorks, you're working with a community organization. We want to connect our families to every single resource that's out there. It's there for a reason. If you're getting other food benefits like CalFresh, use WIC first, because what is WIC telling you? WIC foods are healthy foods, but you're only getting the benefit for your child who's eligible and for the mom or parent who's eligible, right? So what about the 13-year-old? What about abuelita? What about the esposo? You want to buy the right same kind of food for them too, right? This WIC food is only ready for this little people who are in the program. So use what you've learned with WIC. Buy the healthy foods for the rest of the family with your CalFresh dollars. Buy the meats with the CalFresh dollars. Buy the chicken with the CalFresh dollars. If you're vegan, don't listen to me. I know I'm putting you off. But seriously, WIC and CalFresh go better together. WIC teaches you what to buy and why to buy it. And with CalFresh dollars, you can really extend those healthy benefits for your whole family. So make a complete healthy meal with your EBT card. Now, again, how do you apply for WIC? Here you go. Simple. Just write this down if nothing else, or take a screenshot. I have this number memorized. I think I dream of it at night. 91997. Pick up your phone, put 991997, and put the word apply. You're going to pick it up, and you're going to get a text message back from us or a call from us. You can also go online on our website, that beautiful website. There's an apply button. You go in there, you fill in like 6 fields. Boom, you're in our system, and we'll get to you. And if all else fails, call us, and that's our number. 882-942-229. Now, I do want to say the disclaimer that this is for the PHFE WIC program, but when you go online, if you are in a different zip code, we move you to the other WIC program. So if you're watching this and you're in Merced, and someone from Merced hits our website, it will let them know that to apply for your program, go there. And I think they send them to the state website, just to be fair. And this is not really showing well, so here it is. We just love these different kids holding the WIC card, so we show them at every bit because this is such a proud achievement for California WIC. Our families, guys, I'm not kidding you, our families love us. Go on Yelp, go on Google, and do WIC reviews, and you'll see them. And I'm going to show you a couple of them that we got just recently. We have a site in Washington, and when somebody writes something like, I had the pleasure of working with Jorge today. Jorge was very thorough in explaining how the program works. He went over my dietary needs now that I'm 2 months pregnant, and he also provided me with helpful tips on how to cope with nausea, among other things. I highly recommend this place if you're pregnant and want nutritional advice for you and baby. You know, people pay to get these kinds of reviews, and we just get them at random. So isn't that just amazing? This is from a mom. And I want to tell you the best part about this whole comment is that she said that she's 2 months pregnant. Get them to us early. When I hear about a mom who's enrolling in her 9th month, I'm like, what happened? Why didn't you come in earlier? I feel you missed out, but I'm glad you're here now. So help us get people in and get people in early. And here's another one. This one says about Inglewood. I was assisted by Carmen, and I realized she's very caring, and she loves her job. The fact that she takes her time in explaining and answering all my questions, she has the levels of great customer service. I will definitely recommend this workplace, and definitely Carmen to be your mentor. Oh my God, can you imagine how our staff feels? We put these on our intranet and we write rave reviews about our staff. I want to tell you, every single one of my staff is like a Carmen and like a Jorge. And at Heidi's site, and at Northeast Valley, and in Long Beach, and at Watts, and in Lancaster, and in Pasadena. These are all the programs in LA County. WIC people, WIC staff, we're very special. Just like the advocate community. I think if you're an advocate, you're like us. You're just wonderful people. And here's what we really want to say to you as we share our, oh, it did my last slide. Oops, I'm so sorry. Let me see what happened here because I definitely want you to see it. Okay. You know, the best laid plans go right. I don't know what happened. Here we go. Here we go. All right, from current slide. Join our WIC family. The question is, what are you waiting for? We are waiting with unbridled enthusiasm to welcome you in, to sweep you in our loving arms, to give you these fresh fruits and vegetables. Time limited, but let's make them last. Join our WIC family. These are all our wonderful families. And just spread the word love. We are here for you. We're here for your family. And talk nonstop for, oh my God, a long time. I'm going to keep my mouth quiet now and we'll take questions. Thank you, everyone, for joining. I am so appreciative of you. Giancarlo, thank you. Heidi, thank you. Irene, thank you. Bina, thank you. And the credit for these amazing slides goes to that beautiful woman you saw in the very beginning. Her name is Belen Redate, and we are just so blessed to have her amongst our staff. Thank you all.
That was an awesome presentation, Kiran. And by the way, you're an amazing presenter.
Oh,
I love your enthusiasm.
definitely paid Giancarlo to say that.
No. That was really awesome. You know, I think you said something that was really important. And I think somebody on the chat had mentioned, do my benefits roll over to the next month? And that's really important. You know, they don't roll over, right?
They don't roll over.
So it's really important for every participant to really use all your benefits within that month. So that was a really great point. So we have about 12 minutes left. I don't know if you want to take a couple questions. I know Pina has been awesome here in the chat, answering some questions. You know, we have some great comments here. You know, Kiran, you're getting lots of love here with a great presentation, of course. You know, obviously we're excited that the WIC is going to open back up in person in July.
Slowly and gradually.
Yes. With appointments only, but I think that's a good start. So that's really good.
And I do want to reiterate everyone who's on the webinar that may not be the same for all the other WIC programs. You know, we've got our waivers through September. So some sites might open, but others are not going to open right away. Mm-hmm. And in July, I did say that we would open, but very limited for breastfeeding consults only. As we get to an actual seeing people on site, we will be putting the word out through all of our social media. You know, that was one of our pieces, that one slide that got missed is we have a huge social media presence. We're on Pinterest, Facebook, gosh, you know, I'm so sorry. I'm kind of old fashioned. Instagram, you name it, we've got it. So if you go to our website, you'll see all those icons. I would love for you to follow us on all of those platforms.
Absolutely. And for those that maybe came in a little late to the presentation, we're going to be sharing this presentation on Facebook, and you can see it at your own leisure at that point. We'll be rolling out hopefully later this week for everybody to view it. And I promise that I will delete the useless information about my diet. Yes, so yes, we'll be sharing this video on Facebook. And for those Irene here also shared their website for the Lunquist Institute is also wic4u.org. I also want to thank not just PHFE, but also the Lunquist Institute for sponsoring this event, because it was really important. This is really great information. I think everybody that's a participant should know about this $35 that they're getting through September.
So let me just remind everyone, because I'm seeing a few of the questions that they come up. Yes, the benefits are added automatically if a WIC family had already got benefits for future months. Otherwise, when they come into WIC, when they do a phone appointment or when they go and do online ed, we will automatically remotely add the benefits on the date that their benefits start. So yes, and it is $35 for every qualifying person, pregnant woman, breastfeeding woman, postpartum mom, and kid over 1, which is why Belen said in her video, people don't participate singly. We have families on the program. So we have maybe 2 children and a mom who's wonderfully pregnant again. So these children are over 1. So those 3 family members are all going to get $35 each.
Right, it adds up.
$105.
It adds
and
up.
If you've been to the store lately or you go to the farmer's market, which I hope you do, because by the way, you can use these benefits at some of the farmers markets also. Check with your farmer's market when you go there. $105. It goes very quickly. $35 is done so fast.
Yeah.
So it may not, it doesn't sound like a lot, or it does sound like a lot, but it's not a lot. So let's get it used
If
out.
you're a family of 4, I think it makes a big difference in your budget. So,
and really, the WIC foods, that's the one way to look at it also with CalFresh and WIC, that when you use them together, you can get a really healthy diet for your whole family. Because, with CalFresh, there is an education component, but it's not as strong and pervasive as the WIC. Nutrition education is our foundation. That's what makes WIC the most incredible, successful public health program in this country. Public health nutrition program.
So, Kiran, here's a really good question. For instance, this user here is saying, I get CalFresh. I am low-income senior. Can I get fresh food for $35 benefit? In this case,
there is a summer senior farmers market nutrition program. WIC is only for those who qualify based on a category of either being pregnant or having newly had a baby or a child under 5. So I wish we could have WIC for all. Lobby your congressman.
That's right. That's very, very good point. If our voices are heard through Congress, so nothing like speaking to your local government as well. When does the program start? The program already started. It started in June. It's going to go through September. Hopefully, this is a permanent initiative. And again, write your Congress representative to make this a permanent statute for WIC.
Call, tweet, video conference, Zoom, whatever it takes. Get the word out there. We want to keep it.
Right.
But for that, we should have our families spend it. We have some really early data that we've just started noticing from June 1 onwards, where the spending for fruits and vegetables has really gone up. Mm-hmm. And that is the most exciting news. And I just want every WIC family, not just the fruits and vegetables, every WIC family should spend all their food benefits every single month. Those foods are there for a reason.
Right.
That nutrition is invaluable.
Right. And remember, these foods are already loaded onto your app. You don't have to do anything. You just look at your balance and it's already preloaded at the beginning of the month, correct, Kiran?
And they need a WIC card, Giancarlo. They do need to use the card. So that's the other thing. Please remind all your families that you work with who are WIC families that the card is reusable. We have a lot of families who lose their card. What if they've lost their card? Have them just send us a text message. It can come to 91997, lost card. If they belong to a different program, we let the program know about it. But lost card doesn't mean you don't use your benefits. We can get you one right away.
Here's a question. Can we use a WIC card at Costco?
I don't believe Costco is an authorized vendor.
They do in bulk, so that's kind of hard. It's a great program. Do you need dietarian work for there?
I'm sorry?
I think this person is looking for a job as a dietarian. I think that's what they're saying.
We all do hiring regularly. Please go to our website and you'll be able to see, if there are any jobs open. We don't have any currently. I apologize for that. What is CalFresh? CalFresh is SNAP. It used to be called food stamps at one time. Some people still think of it like that, but nationwide it's SNAP. And for us in California, it's CalFresh. Now, you said something that just reminded me, because this is a group of advocates, I just want you to know that one thing that WIC does not look at is your immigration status. It is a universal program for everybody who is in California. It doesn't matter. We never even ask about it. And in terms of all that rubbish that happened 3-4 years ago about public charge, it was what a scary time we lived through, guys. Anyway, WIC was never part of public charge. And besides, with the public charge, everything has been overturned anyway. So no one should not be participating in all of these different programs, especially WIC, because of any kind of fear. WIC is available for everybody.
Right. There was a question earlier today about, is this presentation going to be available in Spanish?
Pina can definitely do a session in Spanish if people would like to show that to their families. Okay. And so we can definitely work on that with Giancarlo and do a Spanish version. And in fact, we could run a whole webinar with you again.
All right. Very well. Very good. What if a family doesn't use all the benefits as their affect eligibility? And that's a good question.
It doesn't affect the eligibility, but it's just really sad, because we're letting good food go to waste, good food that could be used by a family. And with what we've been through in the pandemic, believe me, even with PEBT in your house, there's always place for fresh and healthy choices. Those healthy choices that can help you, use your PEBT better. So you can keep participating, because there are great services in the WIC program, but why wouldn't you use the food, right?
Right. So yeah, we're getting some positive feedback in regards to the Spanish virtual event, Spanish flyers. Will this PowerPoint be available for print? Maybe that's something that you, Kiran, could share.
Absolutely. Anything we do in the WIC program is in the public domain, and we will make it available. Absolutely.
Okay, very well. And how can I get these flyers to share with the community?
So I just want to really give a big shout out to a whole team. I get to do this talking, but believe me, there's a whole bunch of amazing women, in this case, behind me, who have worked on the PowerPoint. They've helped me with the talking points. They've done graphics. Belen just did a slide for me this morning on the Yelp and Google. I'm like, we should show them that. And then, I know Denise is on answering questions, as is Irene. There are so many people. We really do believe in the power of many that makes us all stronger. So I just want to make sure I don't miss the opportunity to thank my entire team, my friends at Lunquist, for helping us put this together, and to thank each one of you for joining this. Wow. What an honor that you got to spend this hour with me. I really do thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, and I want to thank, again, all the attendees, certainly you, Kiran. It was an awesome presentation, as usual. I love hearing you speak. You have such a charm, and I just love hearing you speak.
It's the accent. I get it.
You speak from the heart. You can tell that that you love what you do. And it's a common denominator with everyone that I've met at WIC. You truly, truly love helping people, and that's you can tell that it's infectious. You really pass on that love to all the participants. So I'm really happy to have been part of this event.
This was such a love fest. I love doing this, and I'm so pleased to hear all these great comments. But guys, compliments is not going to do it. Now the work begins. So today, I want to see our WIC apply go crazy. I want to see our text with apply go nuts. Flood us with people. get the word out.
Yes, absolutely. So yeah, so people are really asking for Spanish. Do you reply in Spanish via text?
Yes. We also reply in Chinese.
Oh, there you go.
We reply in all different languages.
Okay, very cool.
Remember there's Google Translate. It really helps.
Yeah, that's true. So we're at 11 a.m., 11:01. I want to be respectful of everybody's time. Once again, I do want to thank all of you for joining us today. I want to thank you for your time. I want to thank PHFE for the sponsorship. I want to also thank Lunquist Institute for the sponsorship too for today. And again, I hope we do this again. Hopefully we can do this in Spanish. Maybe in Chinese. I don't know. I don't speak Chinese, but maybe we can do it in Chinese.
We can do all of that. Yes.
We can do it
Thank
all.
You.
So
Thank you very much.
Once again, thank you, and we hope to see you soon.
Get it, spend it, keep it.
That's right. All right. Take care, everybody. Have a great afternoon.
Bye-bye.